Hi guys, what's going on? I'm here today with the amazing Nicole Moore with Love Works Method.
Hello, happy to be here. Let's talk love.
Let's talk love. I'm really excited. This is my first time meeting Nicole in real life, but we've been like friends on social media. I feel like I've known you
I felt
forever.
like I felt like I'd already met you when I saw you. I was like, oh yeah, I've been seeing you forever.
Yeah. I already know who she is, and she knows all about my personal life, which is kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah,
because that's what
some
you
in
do.
the vault. But yes, everybody reveals all their personal details about all of their love life to me.
Wow. Well, one thing that I always really love and what really makes me happy in life is sweets. Really, I feel like to the way to my heart is through like chocolate, and healthy chocolate is really amazing. Right now we have this awesome product here. It's a mom and daughter team, like Denise Austin and Kate Austin, and they have like a whole box of goodies. So
yeah,
like,
and you know, chocolates, when you're feeling down, let's say romance is not going your way, chocolates make you feel better, I will say.
oh my God, I feel better already.
Who cares about the guy? You have chocolate.
These are so good.
Let's see, what's the ingredients?
Keto friendly.
Oh my God, these are very healthy. Very low added sugar. Okay, I'm liking this.
Oh, there's more.
Ever Better by Denise Austin.
More. I think there's another box that has more flavors, but I think it's over there. They said there was more flavors. Let me see.
I love healthy food that also tastes good.
Yes.
I mean,
too.
what's better than chocolate?
Chocolate passion and pumpkin spice joy.
Let me see this pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I just wanted an excuse, guys, to sit here and eat chocolate with you on camera. That's all. I was like, I really want an excuse, and these are really amazing. If you want to check them out, they're in our carousel. So just go to the carousel and make sure you shop our carousel during the stream. We're going to get to a lot of awesome relationship advice things, and hopefully I don't eat all of these. Oh my goodness, pumpkin spice joy.
Well, luckily, if you eat all of them, it won't be that bad because I'm seeing these are low-ish carb, very low sugar, lots of good things for you. So you probably could eat the whole bag and you would still be fine.
Yeah, I'm like, because it says like 7 of them, so I could eat 7 of these and only 190 calories.
Come on, you know? So next time you're texting me saying, oh my God, this guy did this, I'm going to say, just eat the brownies from Denise Austin and you're going to feel better.
I think I don't want to eat them from all the other hosts. Like, they're gonna be like, what happened to all the brownies? Be like, that girl Lauren just ate all of them. Like, she was going through some stuff, so it's okay. It's okay. So, how long have you been doing dating coaching?
Almost 10 years, if you can believe it. Like almost 10 years. I've heard every single thing you can think of in terms of love and dating and relationships.
Wow, can you share some of the crazy things you've heard or no? You look like that was a face.
Okay, just people lying about, like, there's a lot of lying happening in dating. People being lied to, people lying about their own age, people lying about their relationship past, people lying about if they're in a relationship or not. So that happens all the time. People go crazy all the time. They freak out all the time. They worry about what's going to happen in their love life all the time. I mean, you name it. Like, name your freakouts and think about all the times you've ever freaked out in love, and probably even worse is what I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. One of my good friends are going through a breakup, and it's very hard because I'm friends with both of them. So I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Okay, but do you have an opinion on who's to blame?
Of course I have an opinion, but I don't want to like say, you know, like I do have an opinion. Of course I have an opinion. Hopefully they're not watching this right now. That's all. Yeah.
There's always one person.
I know, there's always one person. There's so always one person. And also, like, so what's your advice? Like, you know some of my situation. Like, do you go on dating apps nowadays? Like, what's a great way to find people on online?
You absolutely have to go on dating apps. I mean, how else are you going to find anyone? I mean, things might be opening up in a little bit, fingers crossed, but you got to go online. You got to be happy about it. You got to be positive. You got to believe that something good is out there. You know, there are creeps, there are losers, there are the bad people, but there's also the good people too. I met my husband on Tinder. It does happen. So you got to have hope. You got to believe. You got to just trust that, like, you can be that person who finds love. Don't put yourself in the category of all the people who have a bad time. Put yourself in the category of people who find love.
Now, I see you do a lot of like law of attraction type stuff. How do you use that towards like dating?
Okay, so this is what I did, I will tell you, okay? So before I even opened up my little Tinder app, I would say to myself, I only attract the best quality men. I was a woman looking for a man, doesn't matter what you're looking for, substitute whatever you're looking for. So I said, I'm the woman who only attracts the highest quality men online. And I kind of got myself pumped up in that state. And then I was on Tinder, so I would swipe away. So anything you see that's good, yes, focus on it. If you see anything that's bad, just ignore it and just keep it moving. That's how you manifest something good.
Now, would you swipe right to everything, or would you like, no?
I use my intuition. Like this is what I did. I didn't really read profiles. I didn't really read profiles that much. I just like use my intuition. I'd be like, okay, this person looks good. This person doesn't look good. And I just only talk to people who message me. That was my strategy.
Only talk to people who message me. That's a good, I think that's a good strategy. That's why I'm like, I don't do well on Bumble because you have to reach out first. And I don't like to reach out first.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. If it works for you, it works for you. But I was like, I only want the people who are going to message me. And that worked for me.
So how do you find, like, let's say I want to find my soulmate. How do I find my soulmate?
So if you want to find your soulmate, first thing you have to get clear on is if you are actually in a place if you're ready to find your soulmate. So a lot of people say, I'm ready.
I keep hearing that.
A lot of people say, I'm ready. But they're not really ready. So you want to ask yourself, in your mind, do you believe you can have that person? Do you believe you can have what you want? If you don't believe, you're not going to get it. So focus on your beliefs. Now you have to go to your heart, okay? Are you still attached to exes? Are you still like wounded from the past? Are you playing out the same old dramas? If you're doing that, don't try and find your soulmate right now. Like go within, do a little bit of healing. The person will come. And then your energy. You have great energy, so we don't have to worry about that part. You attract people want to be with you, but some people, they don't have a good energy. They're closed down or they're afraid. So look at all those pieces, and that's really like aligning to your soulmate person. And then you have to walk around telling yourself like, soulmate love is here for me now. I'm about to find it. It's coming in my life. And you want to feel the way you'd feel. So if your soulmate was like right outside the door right now, waiting for you to be done with this, how would you feel?
I would be so excited.
Yeah. So feel that.
Okay.
Feel that no matter what. Every single day, no matter what's actually happening in your love life. And that's how you manifest that person in.
Gotcha. Now, what if, how do you know like that person is it? Like, how did you know with your husband that like that was it?
You feel good. You feel peaceful. You feel calm. This is an important one for you.
Calm, yeah.
You feel calm, not bored. You feel calm. You feel peaceful. You feel settled. You feel at home. You feel like when you look into the future, you see that person and you're not seeing all the problems. Like, you know, sometimes people are in a relationship and they look in the future and they're like, oh, I hope that this isn't there in the future. And they're just like wishing and hoping. So with your soulmate person, it's not like it's always going to be easy, but it feels like, okay, we're aligned. We want the same things. Like when I look in the future, I see them and it seems like a good time and I really want to be with them in the future. Okay. That's the vibe.
What are some of these comments saying? I don't have my contacts on, so I can't see.
They're saying yummy. They're saying that they want some of these
brownies.
Ooh,
yeah. Ever better.
Yeah.
They were really good. They were really, really good. Okay, so how do you not stay anxious? Because that's, I feel like, a problem.
Maybe you take some magnesium gummies. I mean, that's what I would do if I were you. I would just take some of these magnesium gummies because it'll really calm you down. That's like on a physical level, you know what I mean? But listen, you know, if you're freaking out, what's happening is you're giving your power away to that person and you've somehow decided that like they hold the keys to your love life destiny. Like if this person doesn't call me back, I'm never going to find love. If this relationship doesn't work out, I'm going to be single forever. Like you have to know, like that other person is not determining your love life destiny. You are. So I get it. Listen, I was like checking my email all day today because I'm waiting to see if I got this like opportunity, and I had to check myself and be like, Nicole, you're literally doing what these women do where they're sitting there waiting for the guy to text you back. So I distracted myself. I did something really nice for me. I did a meditation. I just tried to get myself into that zone, you know? But if you can't, like I said, you know, go ahead and grab some of these calm gummies on Amazon.
And they're in our carousel, guys, so make sure you shop the carousel and check them out.
Yeah. Magnesium, I don't know if you know this, but magnesium like actually helps your body physically calm down. Like it's apparently, magnesium is like essential for us to like relax and be able to go to sleep. I've actually given these to my son when he couldn't sleep. And I've taken the powder form of this magnesium calm supplement, and it really like, I feel like instantly relaxed.
Do you feel tired or?
I wouldn't say tired. It just kind of makes you like relax. I take it at night. But yeah, if you're freaking out about a guy or girl, whatever, do everything you can. Take a bath, go for a walk, call a friend, watch a movie. Like the name of the game is distract yourself from that freaked out feeling, because guess what? That's when they call.
All right, let's talk a little bit about attachment styles.
Yes.
Because I feel like that's so, and I did one of your courses, the wounded little girl. What was that?
Yeah, inner little girl
Inner little
healing.
girl healing. Because I feel like that's a big one. But I'm weird. I'm anxious, but then sometimes if I'm with somebody who's like either secure or anxious, I become avoidant.
Yes. Yep.
Why is that? Why do I switch?
Well, you're trying to avoid, because I think some part of you knows they're gonna hurt you, and so you're just like trying to avoid them. Like you're trying to play it cool, like, oh, I don't really care about them that much. Like you're trying to prevent yourself from being hurt by them. Because I think you know, on some level, I think you know that these guys are just gonna come in and like do something. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna pretend I don't like them that much. But I think that it's a cover.
Well, some of them, like, they really seem like they like me, but then I'm not attracted to them. And then the ones that like I'm attracted to are like the avoidant ones.
Yeah.
Why is that?
That's usually has to do with the inner child. So really briefly, I will say, if in your childhood you felt like your parents or your caregivers didn't give you enough attention, or they left, or they didn't love you enough, we can like kind of crave it from people. And so we're adults and we're attracted to the people who aren't going to give us the love that we want. And like you said, the ones that are giving us the love, we're like, nah, go away from me, because we don't feel comfortable with that kind of love. So you have to get comfortable with that kind of love. You're comfortable with chasing and seeking and grabbing and needing it. You're not comfortable with receiving it.
Yeah, so how do I get comfortable receiving it?
So you would practice. If I were you, I'd practice like every day in the morning. I would sit and I would feel like, what's the feeling of receiving love? Like just kind of let that feeling wash over you, like in a meditation, or maybe you're doing yoga or after dancing. Like let yourself feel that feeling over and over again of I'm receiving. And imagine that you're pushing out the craving feeling. Like anytime you get that craving love feeling, eat some freaking brownies or something. Like have a magnesium gummy. Don't reach for that. It's kind of like an addiction, you know? Like how do you get over an addiction? You have to stop reaching for the thing. So don't text the guy, don't call the guy, don't obsess about the guy. Like bring yourself back to that feeling of receiving love, and then you won't need it from him.
Well, I don't like texting guys, because I have this weird thing of like they have to text me, and it's actually been a problem because he was like, I don't like it that you never text me.
I wouldn't never text. Why do you never text?
I don't, because I want them to always be like going to me. No,
I
never
mean,
text guys.
I think in the beginning you want to see like, is this dude gonna pursue me or not? But then after you start dating a little bit, it's normal to have a back and forth flow. Gotcha. Or else they're gonna be like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, so then that's a normal. I don't know. I just don't like texting. I want them always to be coming to me. Hi, Lauren and Nicole. Hi. How are you? Oh, what's up? Mom of six.
Oh my goodness, yes. Mom of six.
Mom of six.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a lot of children to take care of.
Children. I have one, and I sometimes think I want another one, and I'm like, how am I going to deal with like two? So props to you for having 6 children. Wow.
Yeah. So you just moved to LA, right?
I did. I moved last year in May.
And how do you like it?
I love LA. It's been a little bit shut down, but I'm from New York originally. So I like city, I like excitement, I like variety, like all those things I really like.
But you moved to San Diego because you had this intuition that you were going to meet your soulmate.
Yes, I had an intuitive feeling that the love of my life was in California. I chose San Diego because I had been there a couple of times for like a business mastermind, and I had one friend there, so I'm like, okay, let me go to San Diego. And I met my husband a couple of months after I moved.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah. Well, I'm friends with this other dating coach, and he was telling me, he's like, oh, I moved to Portland because I felt like I was going to meet my soulmate there. And then, like, he didn't meet a soulmate. So I don't know if he's going to move now. I was
oh,
like,
my
yeah.
God.
Is there any advice for people like that who, like, have this intuition and then they don't meet them? Or
that would be so curious to me. It's like, what happened? Like, was it really his intuition, or was he just, like, thinking it? You know, like, for me, like, this feeling of, like, my soulmate is there. I wasn't, like, mentally analyzing it. Like, what's the better city for me to meet the kind of person that I want? Like, it was just a vibe. So I would be so curious. Like, was it really his intuition, or was he just analyzing in his mind? But if he didn't meet that person there, I would say, like, there was some reason why he was supposed to go there, and now, like, maybe he learned something there, or it's like whatever he learned there is going to help him find that soulmate, you know?
That's good.
So it's not in vain. I think it's all leading us somewhere.
Yeah. So how do I know I'm in the right place? Like, should I be in New York? Should I be in LA? Like, how do like can you please give me this intuition, God, where I should meet my soulmate?
I feel like you're going to meet someone in LA, but I think that if you're like bi-coastal or whatever, this is what I did before I moved to LA, or before I moved to San Diego. I had Tinder on in New York. I had Match profile in San Diego. I was like, I was just seeing who was around. So like I would have both. I would have a dating profile in New York. I would have a dating profile here, and see who you connect with. I did it in Paris. Like when I was going to go to Paris for 2 or 3 weeks. Like 2 to 3 weeks before that, I opened up Tinder in Paris, and I was just like setting up dates for Paris. Yep.
That's all. So you just kept all the attractions in, and your ring is beautiful.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Did you pick it out, or how did?
I swear to God, I must have showed him like a Pinterest board, because this is like the exact kind of ring that I wanted, but he like picked the ring out and he found the diamond for me. But this is like the style that I wanted. For sure. That's
awesome. That's awesome. Now, let's go to some of these products. Hand me those lights, because I really think these are cool. If anyone is getting married, I've just been like looking at all these kind of DIY stuff, and in looking at DIY stuff, they're like DIY weddings, because I guess a lot of people are having weddings in their backyard now.
Yes.
So like these Govee lights are amazing. You also see them in a lot of TikTok videos and different social media videos. All the kids have them. Does your kid have this?
No, but I think he needs to have this. He would love this. Oh my God. But this would be so cool for like a nighttime wedding in a garden or in the backyard, just to make the vibe seem
colorful
like,
lighting. Yeah. I have to get those. I have to get hang lights in my backyard.
Yeah. What does the woman with 6 kids think about this? This is good for kids too, right?
Yes.
You would love this.
Yes. We got a lot of people in here, guys. I'm sorry. I had this like weird thing on my eye. When I get stressed, I get like weird things, and I haven't been able to wear my contacts, so I'm sorry I can't.
This is the reason I wear glasses, is because I gave myself an allergy to contacts when I was in college, because I was so insecure about how I looked. And I thought I heard like guys don't wear passes at girls that wear glasses, like when I was a kid, and that like got embedded in my mind, and I was so insecure about it. So I would not wear I would wear contacts from the moment I woke up to like 3 a.m. at night, because that's what time I went to bed when I was in college. And I was like living in fear of the guy that I liked seeing me in my glasses. So I wore my contacts so much that I made myself allergic to contacts.
Maybe that's what. Did you get a sty on your eye?
Yeah. So it started off, and then eventually, like I would try to put them in, and then eventually I couldn't put them in at all. And it was the insecurity that drove me there.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I just forgot my contact solution one day, and I slept in them, and then I was like going through like a stressful situation with the guy I was seeing, and then like I woke up in the morning with like a hockey puff looking eye. And I was just like, oh my God, you did this to me.
Yeah. No, he did it.
Let's just go to the lights. Let's change the subject. We got these awesome Govee lights.
Yeah.
Yes, we did it. Good, I'm doing it right now.
We own a few boxes for the gaming room. Yeah.
Yeah, this is really cool. All right, we're going to play the product. We were going to play the product video, but I'm just, we're dealing with some Wi-Fi, but there's a thing. But if you guys want to see it, make sure you jump into the carousel and check it out. Definitely have lots of fun things in the carousel, and we're talking about dating. And let's just talk, there's so many things on Amazon that I love. You can get all types of clothes there, like all types of gifts if you're doing gift giving. One of my favorite Amazon.
I love clothes on Amazon. Like, they have some really great stuff.
I'm trying to find my hairbrush. I tell everybody, I'm like, I get this. So this looks like it's like a fake Mason Pearson brush.
Yeah.
And it's like $26 instead of like Mason Pearsons are normally like over $200.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a boar bristle, and you can get it's called a missile brush, and I just like to talk about that. But
oh my God,
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm just very, like, we were just talking before this started. When I moved here, it's like LA is so dry. It like literally like sucks the water out of you like as you land.
It sucks you dry. Like you really have to like, I didn't even know about everything I have to do now to like not be dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like leave conditioner and essential oil mixes on for like days, and then when I have to do something, like I was like, okay, I got to do something today, so then I like wash my hair.
Yeah. One thing I did get on Amazon was a humidifier. I had to buy one of those when I moved to LA because I'm like, what am I going to do? Like it's so dry.
Yep. Yep. It's so dry here. So that's my tip for anyone who's in California. Los
Somebody
Angeles.
said you look great in glasses, Lauren. So they're saying it's okay if your eye, needs to heal because you look great in glasses.
There's a funny, so somebody actually made a Facebook page saying like Lauren Francesca looks better without her glasses.
What?
Yeah, I think there's 2,000 followers on it.
Oh my God.
They made it like 2 years ago, and ever since then, it's been like
insecurity.
Insecurity. See,
oh my God, this is what happened to me. This is okay, not exactly, but like that's what happened to me.
So I just won't see now. I'm just blind.
Oh, I cannot believe that 2,000 people like that.
It's crazy, and it's like Lauren Francesca is beautiful without her glasses.
Oh my God. And with the glass, this is okay. You know what? Did you ever notice that in the movies, anytime when they're like, okay, somebody has to be ugly now, they're like, put on the glasses and then they're ugly. It's programming,
Oh, it is programming. So what do you do in a relationship when you feel like the person is trying to program you? How do you know?
Okay, if somebody's trying to program you, that's bad. You need to run away from that person. Nobody should be trying to program you, but you can feel it. Like if somebody's like basically telling you that you're not good enough as you are, they're trying to like make you into something or control you into something. If you're asking that question, you probably know. But yeah, like what do you mean? Like how are they trying to program you?
I don't know. I'm just wondering. I was just wondering, just asking for a friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How are they trying to program the friend? So they're saying, run, Forrest, run. I mean, yeah, in relationships, nobody should be programming you. They should be accepting you. They should be loving you. Not like a pushover, though. You know what I mean? Like, this is one thing I like about my husband is that he's very accepting and chill and loving. But, like, if I do something that he doesn't like, he'll tell me. Like, he's not a pushover, you know?
Uh-huh.
You want somebody that has a backbone, but they shouldn't be trying to control you. Control in relationships usually comes from somebody being in a lot of fear. And fearful people are very dangerous to be in a relationship with.
Why?
Because they will hurt you. That they're gonna like you. The guaranteed thing. If you're with somebody who's really insecure, really fearful, they will do something to hurt you. They cannot stop it because the fear is gonna get in their mind. If you don't call them, right, they're gonna be like, oh, what's happening with her? Is she out with somebody else? Then they'll ignore you for 3 days. You know what I mean? They'll hurt you.
What about like if somebody like the guy was saying, was like, I'm scared you're gonna swallow me whole?
Yeah, that's somebody who's avoidant. I mean,
Yeah.
what is he really afraid of? Because you're not going to do anything. Like he has some association. Like if I fall in love, I'm going to get hurt in some way. It has nothing to do with you.
So then how do you fix that? I can't fix that.
You don't.
Right?
You tell him. You say, listen, I'm sorry that you have that fear. I really feel like that is not relative to me. I'm not that kind of person. I'm really curious. Like, let's say I did swallow you whole. What do you think would happen? Like, let's talk about that. What are you really afraid of? And talk to him about that because, like, don't let him put that on you.
Gotcha. Now, what are some red flags that you've seen like in relationship?
If somebody's really critical, if somebody doesn't take responsibility, like if you tell them, you did this or you hurt me and they never take responsibility and they turn it back on you, that's not a good sign. If somebody is avoiding feelings, avoiding emotions, if you feel like they're lying, that's a red flag. But if they say one thing and they do another, red flag.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard. What about, how do you feel about like being friends with exes?
I think you can be friends with an ex if you've let the feelings have time to dissipate and both people have moved on and both people, you can't be friends with an ex if you're still thinking in the back of your mind you're going to get back with them. If you have realized this is not the right person for me, I don't want to be with them. If they've realized they don't want to be with you, but you still want to be friends, you could be friends. But if either one of you is like, maybe, then it's just going to be a weird energy.
Yeah, and what about like people who are like hookups, like, and they like, you've like noticed like, okay, he keeps getting back together with these people, like, but he wants to be friends with them, but they keep like having like an on and off thing, like
that, then the person who's keeping these exes might be doing it to stroke their ego. That's what I would think. You know what I mean? It's just like, why are you keeping people around? Like, why do you need that attention?
What do you think about astrology and dating? Do you think it matters?
I think sometimes it's helpful. I don't know. Okay, I always say, like, I am a twin. I have a twin sister, not identical, fraternal.
I didn't know you had a twin.
I do.
Oh my God.
And so we're Aries, and I feel like very much like an Aries, but like her personality isn't as much. So I've always like wondered, like, okay, how much does this relate? I think it can be helpful, but I think that people who are like, I would never date a Scorpio, like they really need to chill. You know what I mean? Because also it's like it's not just your moon sign. There's all these other signs that could be affected. affecting you.
Uh-huh.
So I think use it if it's helpful, but if it's making you freaked out and like very rigid, I don't think it's helping.
Gotcha. What about those, what is it called? It's like, I see it all the time now on Clubhouse. It's like it's like your numbers. What is it called? It's like
Human design?
Yes, human design.
Yeah, I mean, I always think, listen, if those things make you feel better about yourself, sometimes like you'll read something and you're like, okay, this is why I am the way I am. Like, I think that's helpful. But I think when people start saying, I'm not going to be with this person, and they're like almost like prejudiced against people, like, that's when you need to chill. Use it if it's helpful, but don't use it if it's going to make you so rigid.
So you get calm with these gummies.
Yeah.
I kind of want to eat one right now.
I know. I've had this before, and they're really good. I like the packets too, like even better. But the gummies are good.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I heard it's really important to have magnesium every day. It's hard to,
It's kind of like, I don't know why nobody talks about it that much, because it's kind of essential from what I've learned. And like you can like do an Epsom salt bath sometimes, and like that has a magnesium. But it's really cool to just be able to like eat a little gummy too and feel it.
I love eating like gummy vitamins. It's addicting.
I know.
And it's just, I just like to eat. All right. Okay, let's talk about this merch that I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing an awesome Sway TV hoodie, and I got the hat on. You guys can get it too. Shop the carousel. I'm excited that I get to. I have a dress on underneath this, guys, and I was really, really cold. So
Yeah, the hat is cute.
yeah, very cute. I feel like fun.
Sway TV.
Yeah.
It's a good like little like icebreaker, because if you have it on, people might be like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
What's Sway? I want to know,
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get to be hanging out here with Nicole and doing a show, because I was dying to meet you.
I know.
Thanks.
I really like truly felt like I had already met you in person.
I mean, we've talked so much.
know, we talked so much.
I was like, I always message her, and I'm like, I'm always like feeling like she's like living her life and has like a kid and like a whole life, and I'm like, I need relationship advice.
No, I don't mind. I have a lot of people, like I have a lot of people that not a lot, but like I have some people that message me, and if I love you, I'm like, okay, what I mean, like I'll definitely help. Let's sway. Ooh, let's sway. Somebody said, Nicole, let's sway. What is it?
There we go.
I like it. Let's sway. Is there a sway dance yet?
We have to make one up. Mm-hmm. It pays to follow Sway TV. Yes, because they do all kinds of giveaways and stuff, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Really, really fun. So my friend Tanya was the person who told me about you, because she did some coaching with you. When we were doing something together, she was like so excited. She goes, "Oh my God, how did you get her?" Because I had seen your stuff.
Yeah.
So Brigida introduced us, who has a PR company, and her partner has an amazing jewelry. I wish I would have had his jewelry on.
I know
today.
I don't have any, but he has these awesome crystal necklaces.
Yeah.
And this jewelry that I love.
I love. One of my viewers, I think it was Charles, actually bought me one of the twin flame necklaces. I think it is. What's the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate?
Okay, so what they say about the twin flame is that a twin flame is like an even higher version of a soulmate.
Really?
Yes, that's what they say.
Okay.
And they're basically, it's like there's one special person for you in this lifetime, and like so, twin flame is like it's not like destined that you guys are going to be together. Like it's sometimes you guys are going to be together. Sometimes you're going to meet somebody who's a twin flame and they're going to run, and like that's like the destiny in this lifetime. That's what they say. Sometimes you guys are going to come together. So they say twin flames, when you guys come together, it's very electric. It's like your whole life just alters to this new higher level. Everything gets faster and brighter and better. That's one version. But the other version is like you've been together in past lifetimes and maybe it didn't work out, and like you're going to repeat that in this lifetime. So that's why, like for me, twin flames, sometimes I feel like it could be like scary or disheartening. So I just say like, go find your soulmate.
What about the people who say like everybody that like is on Earth is a soulmate? Like,
I think a lot of people could be a soulmate. I think a lot of people can teach you a lot of things. I definitely feel like we have more than one romantic like soulmate. And I think that we kind of evolve over time. I think there's a soulmate that you have that like just brings out your wounds, and like you fight with them and you cry with them and you feel insecure with them, and they were meant to help you grow. And then maybe you meet another soulmate and like you feel more connected to them and it's a little bit more calm. So I think we can have more people feel like animals are their soulmate sometimes. Yeah,
my dog is definitely my soulmate.
Yeah, I think there's definitely more than one soulmate relationship. I feel like my little kid is my soulmate,
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Now, how do you know, like, how did you know that your husband was it? Like, you just feel it? Like,
I felt like we had a connection when we first met. Like, there was this feeling of, like, I don't know, like a recognition or something. And we just, like, I don't know, we got along. Like, I felt very, like, aligned with him. I felt like, in a lot of relationships in the past, like, I liked the person or I loved the person, but it was like, oh, I didn't feel like we had similar values or similar lifestyles. And I felt like I was changing myself so much to align with them because I love them. Whereas my husband, it's like, I don't know, we want the same things. We like the same things. Not everything, but, like, it's very easy in that sense. Like, I'm not fighting him all the time to get him to go, like, I want to go this way, come with me this way. Like, we just kind of want to go. We decided we wanted to move to LA the same week. I was thinking it in my head for like a couple, like less than a month. I was thinking in my head and I was like, oh, okay, I should tell him. But he had said before, like, I love San Diego, I always want to live here. So I was like, okay, let me like figure out how to bring this up to him. And then literally he's like, I think we should move to LA. Like, we both got on that vibe in our mind at the same time and then told it to each other. And it's like, you see, like, examples like that are like, it can be easy.
did you use the law of attraction to get him to move to LA?
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about it.
Like, you manifested that for sure.
Definitely. But he, he's from LA, so he.
Oh, okay. His family here?
His family's in Northern California, but he lived here when he was younger, and he was here for, like, he was trying to be a musician and actor for 15 years, like, doing that whole thing, and then he moved, and so I think it was in his heart to come back, and I think it kind of awakened in him at the same time as it did in me.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Now, what are your tips? Because I know you said before you met him, you did all this, like, inner work. Mm-hmm. And, like, I guess, would you say you were in alignment when you met him? Or
yeah. I definitely felt really good when I met him. Like, I felt very confident, very worthy. I believed I could meet him. I felt like I was, like, seeing all these signs from the universe that I was going to meet him because I was looking for that. Like, I felt very aligned. I just had to do a lot of work, like I said, because I had a lot of insecurities. I had a lot of fears. I was so anxious. So I had to, like, do all that stuff to kind of calm myself down. And then by the time I met him, I literally was like, I'm ready. I'm a catch. I only want someone amazing. Let's go.
Now, do you feel like, I feel like too, though, like, sometimes I can do a lot of inner work and then I'll meet the person and then I would, like, if they are too into me, so maybe I haven't done enough work.
I think you need to just, like, when somebody's too into you, you really need to check yourself and say, okay, am I really, like, just being repulsed by this person, or am I just uncomfortable with the feeling? Or bring it up to them, like, see what they say, like, have the conversation, bring it out in the open. Not like, oh my God, you're obsessed with me, but, like, I have to be honest. I'm not used to this feeling. It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, my last boyfriend was very into me from the get-go, like, super, super into me, and then it kind of, like, changed throughout the relationship, where, like, at first the relationship was all about me, and then he was like, okay, it has to be about me now.
Really?
And then, yeah, and then we just, like, and I was trying to meet him halfway, because I was just like, yes, I want you to do your own thing, because it was like, he was kind of like, it was a bit much after 2 years, and then, like, the last 2 years, it was just like, it was like all about him, like, no more
when
me.
when you met him and he was obsessed with you, was he confident in himself? Was he doing his own thing, or was it like you kind of brought him up?
I brought him up.
Yeah. It's hard when I know, it's like, oh, I want to rescue him.
Projects. Why do I like the projects?
They'll turn on you, because it's kind of like my energy healer told me this. She said, like, don't ever try and save anyone, because if somebody's in the victim position and you try and save them, then they rise to their power and they will, like, hate you. Like, it's this very weird thing that happens.
That?
I don't know. It's like a psychological phenomenon where people hate the person that saved them. It's like part of them taking their power. So don't save anyone. Because
they will hate you.
They
and
might
not do the dishes anymore.
No.
They'll just be like, he's like, I'm making more money than you. I'm not doing the dishes. I was like, that's not okay.
Oh my God, no. Well, I don't do the dishes. My husband does the dishes. So I refuse. But oh my God, that's something else was going on with him.
Yeah, definitely something definitely was going on there. But he's been nice, and we broke up amicably. So hopefully
someone's saying this is so true. She's relating. So you've probably been in that situation, you know.
Yeah. But let's talk about things like I had a boyfriend once who was like, Lauren, you need a hobby. Like, and because a lot of times, sometimes I am anxious and I'll just, like, focus on them so much. But so I've been trying to come up with hobbies, and one of them is gardening, actually.
Yes, let's see.
So I love this arrow garden because you can grow all your herbs and just put it by your in the kitchen. And I love fresh basil and parsley, and it's just like I feel like really good to have fresh herbs all the time.
You know, they do say there's a difference, like when you have something that's super fresh and you cooked it in your home and you're just like eating it versus if it's processed, if it's gone through all the pesticides and stuff. So we tried to grow a garden when we were in San Diego, but I got lazy. Someone saying, husband's on dish duty for the win. Yes. Maybe make your husband do the garden too. You know, why not?
Yeah, I love it.
Just bring it to him and say, honey, here's a project for you.
Yeah, awesome. Very cool. And it's actually in the queue of the carousel. So guys, if you want to check this out, check it out. But what are some...
Oh my God, look, it has mint, it has basil, it has thyme. So it has like all the little things that you need inside of it. Thai basil, hello.
I kind of want to take this home with me.
You can make like a curry. You know what I mean? You can make some like basil Thai chicken. That's really cool. I can never find Thai basil actually. So I love that it comes in this
Comes with
thing.
it, yeah. And the light's there, which really helps it. Do the seeds come with it?
Yeah, that's what it says. Everything you need is inside. Basil,
cool?
curly parsley, dill, mint, thyme, and Thai basil. Hello.
Yeah, so yummy. So guys, check out the carousel if you want to get something like this. But it's great to have like a whole kit with everything done, so you don't have to worry about it.
This is so cute. So this is the thing. Like we tried to have a garden, but it was like too big and it was outside. I really like that. This is, you can put it in your house. You can put it wherever, and then you can have like a little garden. Look at this. This is so cute.
It is super cute. Yeah, non-GMO too, which is really, really important.
I am gonna get one of these and do it with my son, so he can have a little project.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, definitely a really good idea. Definitely
I love that.
Super good idea. So what are some hobbies you recommend if people are out there trying to get aligned, if they're like me with the problem of being super anxious, where it's like all of my attention goes to that person, like in multiple relationships. It's not just this last one. It's like,
what gets you out of your head? Different people, like some people it's dancing, some people it's like, I know if I put like on a reality TV show, I'm like, if I put on 90 Day Fiance, I'm in my own little bubble, I'm watching their problems and I'm happy. I like
shopping.
to do bubble bath shopping,
which is a really bad addiction.
Like, well, Amazon has some really cool stuff though, and it's not expensive. You know, like Amazon has some really cool fashion.
Yesterday, I bought 4 rugs. Okay, like I was just like I need to buy a rug, and I was supposed to buy 1 rug. I bought 4 of them. That's my problem. Like, and it felt good when I was doing it, but then after it just felt kind of like, okay. So I don't know. I love shopping a lot, but
maybe just put stuff in the cart and then come back after.
Yeah, and decide.
Yeah.
Make that decision.
I love looking online. Like I do that too. Like that's one of my hobbies is like online shopping. But I used to I was just buying too much stuff. So now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put it in the cart, and then if I still get that pull, like if I still feel like a couple of days later that I want it, then I'll buy it.
Yeah. What I'm going to see, I have to decorate. I'm in the process of decorating my house, everyone. So if anyone has tips, let me know. And I think, didn't you say, I watched one of your videos. Did you hire a designer to decorate your house? Or?
No.
Because you were saying...
I was gonna, so my old house in San Diego, we were gonna renovate, and then we ended up not renovating. And then we moved to this house, and I decorated the cabana in the house that we're in, that we're now moving out of. And so that was the first time that I was like picking colors and like, what do I want? And I did like a little cabana theme with like the palm trees and all of that. And it was super fun.
That's awesome. Because I think in a video you're like, oh, you should have like the background, like you should make it like, you said something. I forget what you said.
I don't know. I say a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But I was like, after I heard that, I was like, oh, she's so right. Like, it should be nice. I should have it nice. You're funny, Lauren. Classical
retail therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, retail therapy, it can work sometimes.
Yeah, but I feel like I need more hobbies than that. Like, what are some other hobbies we can do?
Yeah, I mean, okay, well, I like to like learn and read and grow. I know that sounds like nerdy, but I like that. Like when I feel like I'm growing, if I'm like reading a personal development book or I'm doing a course, like I feel really happy. I've been on Clubhouse a lot, which is an app where you can just go and like talk and talk and talk.
Clubhouse is another addiction.
Working out is a really great hobby if you're doing something that you absolutely love. Learning a language, like learning anything, cooking, like that's one of my hobbies. Cooking, you know, there's so many things you could do. It really depends on like what's the thing that you're gonna do where you're gonna be in the moment and not like obsessing. Put the phone away, stop waiting for the text or the call, and just do something that you love.
Now let's talk long distance relationships.
Yeah.
Any advice?
Okay, if you're going to be in a long distance relationship, it cannot drag on forever and ever. Like, that's the thing that really freaks people out, is like, you have to at some point know, when is this ending? When are we going to come together? Or else you're going to be like crazy. People in long distance relationships need to communicate a lot more than they think they do, because you miss out on like the everyday details. Like, I know what my husband had for lunch today because I was like next to him. You know what I mean? Like, I know all the details. And so when you're in a long distance relationship, it's like, I don't know. I was in 2 of them. I feel like I ended up just on the phone. I miss you. I miss you. And like the whole conversation was about like, I miss you, but like not about what happened in their everyday life. So like, I always say to people in long distance relationships, stop saying I miss you so much. Like, I know you want to, but it just kind of exacerbates that feeling of like,
oh,
something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. Talk about the boring things in your everyday life. Like, let that person be connected to you, but also have an end date, or else you will go crazy.
Now, if you're doing long distance, like how long, like between seeing the person, do you think you should do?
Well, it depends. I mean, it depends on your budget. It depends on your work. I mean, I think if you're going more than a month in between seeing people, that's like a long time. You know, like not everybody can do it. Some people, like, they have military wives or spouses and they're away for a really long time. But when I was in a long distance relationship, like my first one with my first love, we always tried to go like a month, no less than a month seeing each other. So a month is good.
A month is
more
good.
than that, and you'll probably start to like be freaking out.
Yeah. And I know this is often a question, but if people are just friends, do you think that can ever turn into more?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely can turn into more.
Can you get out of the friend zone?
I think you can get out of the friend zone. I think if a woman is in the friend zone with a guy, I think it's going to be easier. Well, it depends. If the guy thinks she's attractive, you know what I mean? I think a guy has to think that the girl's attractive. A lot of times, if a woman has put a guy in the friend zone, she's really seeing him as like, I'm not attracted. I think it all comes down to attraction is at the end of the day. If there's physical attraction, yes. If there's not physical attraction, it's going to be hard to get out of the zone. Like, that's kind of a lot of times why people go in the friend zone, is because there's not attraction. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Now, what do you think? So what do you think of the situation? Like, I dated this guy in the past who had this woman that, like, I guess that he said they had like a spark together, but they never ended up dating. And then she got into a relationship, I guess because he didn't want long term, another avoidant person. He didn't want long term, but they stayed friends. Like, dating someone like that, and I was jealous. Like, do I have right to be jealous?
Is that person in a relationship? Does he still want to be with them, or what's
No,
the
he
deal?
didn't want to be with them, but he said he feels like a spark.
I would feel, I mean, if you say you feel, okay, it depends. Like, if you're in a polyamorous relationship, perhaps, but if you're in a monogamous relationship and somebody's saying they have a spark, then of course it's going to make you feel jealous, because you're going to be like, well, are you going to act on it? What's happening?
Yeah. But if they say they're not going to act on it.
I mean, if you want to stay with them, you have to believe them. But then if you start to feel like they're acting on it, you have to ask them, like, hey, what's happening? And you have to set some boundaries, for sure.
Gotcha. It's so hard. Relationships are hard. But maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I need to not say. I have to be more positive.
Yeah, or maybe the people that you've been in relationship with are hard.
Is there anyone that, like, you listen to, like, you're a relationship expert, is there anyone that you, like, love listening to in terms of relationship
No,
advice?
I know I'm, like, so weird. I don't listen to anyone on relationships. I just kind of like to be in my own zone. I listen to my inner love coach. I listen to, like, I do spiritual texts and all that. I meditate. I check within. I don't, like, when I'm creating content and stuff like that, I don't like to have, like, other people's voices in my head. I like to just be in my own zone.
Now, any advice for people who are married that might, like, be having relationship issues? Or
I think if you're married, the tendency and the reason a lot of relationships go wrong is because you get very complacent. You stop being that person you were when you first, like, you know, like, you do everything for your partner and you really care. You know what I mean? Like, ladies, it's like, we're not, I know I do this, I'm guilty. Like, we're not shaving our legs. We're just like, because you just have someone, you know what I mean? And so I think, like, when you don't have someone and you're quote unquote trying to get them, you are usually showing up in a certain way. You're your best self, you're sexy. And then when you have someone, you can just kind of, like, relax, but you can't relax too much. Like, of course, enjoy having them, but don't relax so much that you're, like, like, you have to think, if I broke up with my partner today and I was going to enter the dating world, would I be proud of the person I am? Would I be happy about myself as a dater? Or would I be like, oh, shoot, you know what I mean? Like, I got to get it together. Like, try and not get yourself to that place where there would be so much rehab you would have to do to go back.
Now, what are some gifts that we can recommend people like buy? Like, what do you think good gifts are to buy your significant other?
So I wish I could pull this up. I actually bought it on Amazon. So there's this like, okay, there's like multiple massagers. I think massagers are really great.
Oh, we have a massager on here.
There is massager. Yes. So massager is really great because people need to chill. I also love, yes, this is the one that I bought for my husband.
That's amazing.
Okay. So I bought this one for my husband because he was having like neck issues. And why I like a massager is because then you don't have to massage them, you know?
Oh.
Go back to me. Yeah, I don't know what you're watching. Yeah, just go back to me. You're not with the computer's off. This must have got knocked out.
Yeah, so you don't have to massage them, you know? So it's like I can have my husband be sitting there and he's enjoying the massager and he's like, oh, feels so good because I got him a gift and I'm not doing it. So I love a massager.
You can show it.
Okay. This is the massager you got?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put the product video on. Okay. So they don't hear us now? Or they do? Oh, wait. Guys, that was cool.
See?
And look, a magical fairy came and gave me one of these Napus.
I love it. They also have a foot one, and I just love it, and it feels really good because I like it gets that kneading feeling. You know what I mean? Like it really kind of I always have tension here, and so it kneads in. And so the beautiful thing about getting a massager is like if for someone to use, you can use it too. So I like that. I love like like a coffee cup warmer. Like that's I just love gifts that like are actually really you're gonna use them. They're gonna make your life better. So I love coffee cup warmers. If it's like a gift for a woman, like that'd be super cool. Like get her a silk pillowcase, and like every woman's gonna love that. Like a really high quality silk pillowcase and a silk like eye mask. A lot of guys wouldn't think to get that for a woman, but she's gonna really love that, and it's gonna prevent her from having more wrinkles. It's not gonna, her hair's gonna be better. So like that, I think is a really great gift for a guy to get a woman for sure.
That's cool. That's really cool. Somebody said I would like that.
Yeah.
Nice, Gary. Maybe we'll do a giveaway in the future. We gotta talk to the people of Sway and see if we can do a giveaway, but it would be fun. We actually gave a PS5 away, and Gary won a PS5, which was awesome. Yeah, really lucky. Super lucky, because it's really hard to even find them in stores. So it's great, guys. Make sure you're following Sway TV. Go to swaytv.com and check out Nicole from Love Works Method everywhere.
Yes.
And I love you have a lot of YouTube videos too.
I do. I have a lot of YouTube videos for sure.
And what are some of the topics that, like, when people reach out to you, what are like the main ones that people reach out for?
I'm trying to find somebody. I'm ready to find my partner. How do I find them? Or a lot of times it's, I'm not getting what I want in this relationship. Like, how do I get my man to do what I want?
I like that one.
More?
How do you get your man to do what you want? Okay. That's what I have a problem with.
So a lot of it comes down to communication. Like, a lot of people are not communicating the right way.
Gotcha.
So I would say communication, but you have to see, I always say there's a caveat. Like, you can't make every person do everything. So if that person is avoidant, if they're like really wounded and all that stuff, it might not work. But if you're talking about a normal everyday person, how you communicate makes a really big difference. You have to get emotional leverage first. So what I mean is, when people really like you, like if I asked you to do me a favor, you would probably do it, right? Because we have emotional leverage. If a stranger asks you to do a favor, I mean, maybe, but you know, like there's not, so you have to get a lot of connection. So a lot of times women are like, how do I get the guy to do what I want? But the relationship is already fractured. They don't have enough emotional leverage. So start being nice to them, start being sweet to them, get that connection back. Then ask for what you want. Like a lot of times people ask, but their energy is not the right place to ask in the first place.
Yeah, because like my love language is service, and when I don't see a guy like serving me, I just get frustrated. I'm like,
do you communicate? Do you
yes,
say?
I say yes. I'm like, I want you to make me breakfast. Like, I want you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like things that like I want. Like, I need to be like, you need to be the one contacting me.
Okay, and what do they say?
Sometimes they say like they don't normally do that, so it kind of bothers them.
Bothers them. Okay, well, how do you ask? How do you ask for them to communicate more?
Well, I just say it's really important that you make breakfast. No?
Okay, so what I would say is, well, okay, is there anything that they're doing that's good that you want to appreciate them for first? So
Oh.
first step is you appreciate. Like, I really love that you, whatever, that you, I don't know what it is, you know, that you put the air conditioner on at night so I could be comfortable at night. And I wanted to make a request of you. Is it okay if I ask? So say that first. And I would say, okay, so one thing that I really love is acts of service. I feel really like special and loved and appreciated when people show me that they're doing nice things for me. I love it when somebody makes breakfast for me because it makes me feel XYZ ways. I was wondering, would you be open to making me breakfast?
I like that.
But then you can't expect them to just do it every single time after. If they're not used to it, you have to let them build up to it.
Well, yeah, and then I've had the situation where they're just like, oh, well, now I feel like I have to do this, or you're gonna get angry at me.
Yeah, is it true? Will you get mad at them?
No, I wouldn't get mad. I wouldn't get mad, but it's just like, oh, yeah.
Well, I would ask them nicely, see what they say. If they do it, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. And then ask them, is there anything that I could do for you that would make you feel like, you know, like you have to reciprocate as well.
Yeah, so like part of like, I feel like a thing is when you're dating someone, they've been single for so long. Unless you're dating someone who is divorced and then they have issues.
Yeah.
So, even more issues. So how do you deal with that? Or how do you try to get a guy to want to change after he's been single for so long?
Well, I would say, I'm curious, what do you think the reason is that you've been single, and see what they say. But if he's been single for so long and he still doesn't want to be in a relationship, you gotta figure out why. Like, what negative thing do you think is going to happen when you're in a relationship? And you have to like tell him and explain to him, listen, I get that you have this fear. That's not what I'm trying to do. If you can't get over the fear, I don't think I can move forward with you.
So how do you know how long that is? Like, how long do you wait normally?
You set your own deadline. So this is what I always say to people. Like, you have to know your deadline. If
Do you tell them?
No.
Because they keep asking. They're like, when's your deadline? I'm like, no, I'm not telling you when my
No,
deadline is.
no, but you have it in your own head. This is how long I need to see a change. This is the bet, like, but you have to look, are they changing incrementally? If they're changing incrementally, that's great. If they're just like not changing at all, you have to communicate. But usually you have to ask people things more than one time before they really make a change, you know? But so set your deadline. If it's 3 months, then you're like, okay, what do I need to see? Is he moving forward? Is he making progress?
Now, what do you think about labels like boyfriend, girlfriend? Do you think that like is important?
For most people,
Yeah.
For most women, yes. Not everybody needs a label, but I think if somebody's afraid of putting that label on, it's usually for a reason. Like there's something going on there.
Yeah, like maybe they don't like, really like you or something. Or is that?
Probably not. It has to do with you. Probably has to do with them. They have negative associations with either a girlfriend or wife or husband, and they're just automatically putting you in that box. And that's not fair to you.
Gotcha. Yeah. Don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. And sometimes I get scared, like when somebody like, I'm scared of it too. Cause I'm just like, oh God, this is going to be like serious. Like,
okay. So what's scary about that?
I guess like what's scary about it is like, how do you like it's going to be harder to get out. It's going to be harder to run if you're my boyfriend. Like,
so that's your fear, right? So assuming it's going to be bad, but listen, breakups are never easy. And you're going to feel bad no matter what. If you have the label of boyfriend today or girlfriend today and you break up versus if you don't, you're still going to feel bad. So hard to get out based on past experience. Not necessarily hard to get out of this relationship, but if it is, like, you will deal with it. You're strong, you're resilient. So a lot of people will be like, I don't want a relationship. I don't want to be married. I don't want boyfriend and girlfriend, because they're like trying to prevent future pain instead of like realizing, okay, I'm a resilient person. Like, I'm strong. I don't have to live in fear of that. If it happened, I would handle it.
Also, I think I'm scared because I'm like, oh, if somebody's my boyfriend, it means I must really like them. And that scares me. Why does that scare me?
Yeah, so what do you think? So you think something's bad's going to happen if you really like someone.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're going to leave, or, you know, or maybe I'm going to get sick of them, or it's just like that unknown. Like, what's going to happen? Like, I can't control that. Ooh,
Yeah, you can't control relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can try, but it's just not going to end up the way you want.
Yeah. How do you,
anyway.
like, let go of that and just surrender? Like, what are your tips on surrendering?
So it all comes down to realizing who you are, and that if it happened, if the worst happened, it would suck for a period of time, and you would rise up and you would be okay. It never is, like, if somebody leaves you or abandons you, it's not fun. But like, I've had that happen to me, and I felt abandoned by them, but then I took care of myself. I was on my own side. I really showed myself, like, I'm here with you. And so it was okay at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So that's the only cure. It's like, you have to know, how am I going to play the tape through? If they leave, if I get sick of them, what will I do to make it better? Like, have that conversation with yourself before you get in, rather than being afraid, on the upfront.
How do you know if you really trust somebody?
I mean, I think trust is like, I don't think there's like a blanket trust. Like, a lot of times you can trust people for one thing and you can't trust them for another thing, you know, like, it depends on them. But, you know, if you trust somebody, if they've shown you over time reliable, stable behavior. If you trust someone, and when I met my husband, I felt like he had a good heart. Like, I had that feeling, you know, but like, I still would have to see reliable behavior over time in order to trust him.
How long did it take to trust him?
Like,
is there a timeline?
I mean, I felt like I trusted him, but like, I also, like, I had been in an emotionally abusive, narcissistic relationship. So you can have relationship trauma that makes you afraid. So like, I noticed when I met him, like, I wasn't like really afraid of him cheating, but then like, when he would like reach for his phone, my body would have a trauma response. And I was like, oh, like, this is like not about him. This is about me having like a trauma response from the past. So that can happen too. But I mean,
how did you get over that trauma? I feel like I have that too. How did you get over it?
I did a lot of journaling. I did tapping, EFT tapping on it.
How did you do AFT tapping on it?
So if you can go on YouTube and Google. So like, there's different points on your body. So like, it's like above the eyebrow, over here, under the eyebrow, here. There's like a bunch of different points, right? So you go through, and the first like pass, you're talking about all your fears. So you might be like, I'm terrified of being hurt in a relationship. I'm terrified of being abandoned. I don't know if I really trust this person. Can I really trust anybody? I've always, you know, like, so you go through with the different points, all the things you're afraid of. Then when you start to feel a little bit better, somebody said trust is for suckers. You probably would not be that good to date right now, but so you go through it, and then you go through with the positives, like what you really want to call in, you know? So, but listen, like, this person, like, we're joking, like, about your comment, trust is for suckers, but I would guarantee that that person who's saying that has been hurt in the past. And like, we've all been hurt in the past. So it's hard to trust people, but you have to give benefit of the doubt to people who feel really like good and trustworthy. If somebody breaks your trust, if somebody shows they're not trustworthy, you also have to believe that. You have to have a conversation about that. You have to like see them change their behavior, or else you're going to keep letting them treat you poorly. And then you're like, I don't trust anybody, but you really just don't trust yourself.
Oh, wow. That's very deep. Why don't you trust yourself?
Because you allow people who are not right for you to keep taking up space.
Yeah, why do I keep doing that?
Because you think that eventually they're going to change and give you what you want.
And they're not.
Most of the time, no.
Wow.
Unless something happens in their life and they have some epiphany or they change within themselves.
Yeah, like some dating coach was saying, like, they have to go through like their own kind of like tragedy to really realize things. Hello, Mike. What's going on, Mike? Good to see you. We're just here in sunny California. Now, this is one thing that I feel like is huge for relationships is deodorant.
Yes.
We
need it.
Yes. I've been on dates before with men and they've smelled really bad. And like that definitely like has been a deal breaker. Like I feel like we should, make sure we smell nice because pheromones. Like what do you have to say about pheromones?
Yeah, I mean, they're real. Like, if you don't like how somebody smells, it's kind of like a big deal. It's hard to get over it. I would, if you really like somebody and they have bad breath or they have, they you need some deodorant. I love this one by Copari, actually. So it's like all natural, aluminum free and all that kind of stuff.
Shop the carousel, guys.
Yes.
Try it out. Guys.
I've heard a lot of people say that this one actually really works, But if you really like them and they have bad body odor, then you have a conversation with them and you're honest with them and you say, I really like you. I'm enjoying our time together. I did notice that just for me, there's some, I don't want to offend you, but I just noticed a little bit of a smell here or there. And I was wondering if, that's something you could take care of. Like, it's not a fun conversation.
What about like gum inflammation? Like, I'm really sensitive about like teeth. Like, I'm kind of,
Oh my God, my gums are inflamed right now. Can you see?
No, your gums aren't bad. Your gums are not bad. But like, I've seen that on guys that like, and I'm just like, I wanted to like say something and I've like hinted at it, but I'm like, how do I?
Well, okay, they say that the state of your mouth and your gums determines like your health. So I think maybe you're sensing something like intuitively. I would say, listen, I'm really not trying to offend you. This is just a weird quirk of mine. I notice people's gums and I just like, I noticed yours. They seem a little bit inflamed. I feel kind of uncomfortable bringing this up. I was wondering if you felt anything, if you felt like they were inflamed.
That's a good, and another thing that I do is like, if I see a blackhead, I have to pop it. Like, it's a really bad thing. Like, I've been on dates with people and they've never gone further because I was just like, I have to pop your pimple.
Like a first date?
Maybe like a third.
Okay.
But then they're just like, you're weird.
Well, you know what? You can find that person where you pop it and they don't think you're that weird.
Yeah, well, it's just like staring at me, and I just start like focusing on it. And then I just can't get out of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's like, have you seen like, there's on Instagram, like there's videos of people
the pimple
raking.
popper? Yeah. Oh my God. I'm addicted to those. It's so weird. And yeah, let's change the subject because not a lot of people like that. Let's talk about some ever better pumpkin spice.
You could cover it.
Flush.
If you have a pimple. So I really like this. So, okay. I think every woman should have like in her, bag, like just like makeup that if you're on a date or you stay over, like you can put a little bit on. So that's why I really like this Honest Beauty. So look, it's like a rose pink, but it's cream. So like you can put it on your cheeks, but you can also put it on your lip. So like if you're staying overnight with a guy, like this would be so
really cool.
Perfect. It's the Honest Beauty Creme Cheek Blush.
Nice.
In the color rose pink.
Very
so
cute.
depending on your skin tone, you can also put it like on your eyes as eyeshadow. You can put it on your lips. And so I think every woman should have like these kind of things in her back pocket, in her purse, like if you go on a date with a guy, just in case you end up staying over and you can like pretend like, oh my God, I just woke up like this.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. See, look, I like the color on your cheeks.
Nice. Yeah, I needed it.
Somebody said it looks cute. Yeah, it does look cute, right?
Yeah, guys, make sure you check out the carousel, shop the carousel. And we're just hanging out. If anyone has dating advice questions, leave them in the comments. Remember when you came on my How to Start podcast with Brad?
Oh, yeah.
You were talking.
I saw him on, what was it? Was it How I Met Your Mother? He was on some show.
He's on a lot of TV shows. He just booked Curb Your Enthusiasm, so he's going to be on that next season. Really exciting.
I love that show.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Brad, and we're still doing our show, but Brad still hasn't met that person. What would you advise for a guy out there who's looking for that special person?
Well, Brad is very negative about his love life. I think that's the issue for him.
Yeah.
He's listen, it's not easy for guys either. Most guys have been hurt. Most guys have been rejected. But like, I just feel like, okay, I have worked with so many women, guys, and like women just want somebody that's going to make them feel secure, that's going to make them feel special. Like, I feel like it's easy for guys. Like, if you find some woman that you like and she likes you back, make her feel special, make her feel like a queen. Like, she's going to want to be with you. Like, I just don't think it's that hard for guys. I think it's hard for guys when they're going after women that don't really want them or that have emotional issues. But like, I feel like it's very easy for a guy to make a woman happy if he really tries. Like, compliments, making her breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard.
Now, there is a question last week when we did this on somebody who was just getting rejected a lot. Like, any advice for getting rejected?
It sucks. Like, getting rejected sucks. And I would bet that if you keep experiencing it, there's probably something like that. It like relates to something in your childhood. So you might want to look at that. But if you're getting rejected a lot, you really have to just focus on like that right person who's going to love you for you, and just believe that it's out there. Like, it sucks. I'm doing this right now. I'm pitching. My book is being pitched to different publishers.
Awesome.
I'm like, yes, awesome, except guess what? No. We have someone saying they feel like we should have a comedy show. Yeah, that would be fun. But we're getting no's. And so I have to focus on the perfect publisher and knowing. And so when you're trying to get a book deal, like, my agent will send me like, this is why this publisher said no. So you're literally like reading.
You're
like,
getting feedback.
Why? It's like, okay, we're not. And so a lot of people, a lot of them are like, oh, we love Nicole, whatever, it's a category. But I have to like focus on, who's the person that's going to love this book? Who's the person that's going to really believe in me? And like, just keep on focusing on that one exists, because if not, it's really easy to get like pulled by like, this person rejected me for this or that. And like, the thing is that a lot of different people can reject you for a lot of different reasons. People have preferences, but there's always that person you're going to be their preference. You're going to be what they want. And so don't give up. I know it's hard. Cry if you need to, or I don't know what the male equivalent is of like just crying on the couch. Maybe cry on the couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
eat
then
some ice cream. Have some brownies.
Yeah, have some of these brownies.
Some
But then
Ever better. They're
focus,
amazing.
right? Focus
have
on
one
that
now.
person. You're gonna find that person, you know? Yeah, maybe we should do a comedy show. Christina's
Definitely.
saying, you two are awesome. This is my first time watching you. I feel like you two should have a comedy show.
You're just gonna eat brownies.
Should we have a
on
show?
It. Yeah, let's do it. We'll just eat brownies.
We'll do we could do Sway TV comedy show weekly.
Where we eat these
Where
amazing
we eat brownies.
brownies
Just eat some brownies,
this
you know?
whole time, and then hopefully we work out.
I mean, do you feel better, you know?
I
Like,
hope feel better.
your happiness level has increased since we started.
I better stop eating all. I'm gonna eat all of them, and then I'm gonna get in trouble. And be like, she ate all the samples that we're supposed to use for products.
I mean, I really do like that you can eat 7. And this one, the serving is 7 cookies. This one, the serving is 7 too. That's a lot of cookies.
They're like delicious. I can't believe they're healthy. It's like one of those, like, looking at the thing, I'm like, how is all these healthy things in it?
Yeah, I mean, she's a legend, Denise Austin, right? In the health, the health industry.
Yeah, that's how you know, like, she's a boss.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I have to get back on my workout. I stopped. I go through these periods of working out and then stopping working out. It's so hard. Now, do you work out with your partner?
No, he doesn't. So when I met him, I was doing half marathons and all this stuff, and he does not work out. And I have not worked out in months too, because I've just been going through like a lot of detox and all this stuff. And so I just realized it was really, really sad, because I had my treadmill and I had like all these boxes on top of it, and I was like, this is just sad. Like, this is when you know, like, but the good news is I've been feeling like finally like starting to get more energy. So I'm like, I'm going to start with just like going on walks and getting that. But he doesn't exercise.
Wow, that's lucky.
He doesn't exercise.
that's
He can eat
lucky.
he can't eat like gluten because it like will make him feel depressed, but he can eat whatever he wants. He won't gain weight.
That's lucky. That's lucky. I see you running around all the time with your kid, though, so that's a workout.
Yeah.
Having a kid, I think, is a huge workout.
It is a lot of work. He never lets me sit. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's always like, "Mommy, get up! Like, come with me to the bathroom. Come do this." Like, he never wants to sit.
Oh my goodness. Now, what about dating advice for people who have kids?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you have kids, you have to be very picky with who you go on a date with, because there's nothing worse than paying for a sitter, being away from your kid, and then like the date is not good. So you have to screen people ahead of time. You have to get on the phone with them ahead of time. Like, that's the one time where I'm like, don't just say yes to every single date. Screen them, get on the phone with them, make sure they're worthy of like getting a sitter for your kids. Maybe batch the dates. Like, if I would do it like on like take like Friday afternoon, go on a lunch date, go on a happy hour date. Yes, I would do that, because
You wouldn't feel guilty?
no,
I
because
get
if you're
guilty.
like, if you're a single mom, hello, like I know, because all the time away from my kid is precious. So I would batch that stuff. I would be like, I would tell the dates. I only have 2 hours, and then I would only give attention to the people I really like. If I was like, if you know what I mean, because like you don't have all the time in the world to mess around as a single parent. You have to be very, very, very focused. I would put it in the profile. Some people are like, oh, if you're dating online, like, should I put it in the profile? Like, you cannot hide the fact that you have children. So like, just be honest up front. Like, if somebody's freaked out about you having a child, it's not that they're going to change their mind in 3 months, you know? So just be honest, be upfront. But I've helped so many single women, single moms find love. It's possible for sure.
Now, what do you recommend? Because I know you have, I don't know if it's one of the things that you sell is like your Tinder profile, how
Yes.
to make the best Tinder profile. Is there any like special tips you can give us all?
Yeah, I mean, the pictures matter a lot, obviously. I feel like there's no excuse for pictures anymore because it's like you can, don't do a lot of Snapchat filters and all that kind of stuff, but like have really great pictures. I always say for women, do a face shot, then do a body shot, then do a face shot, then do a body shot. Like a lot of women don't have enough body shots. Don't put pictures of yourself with other people because psychologically people are going to look at that and they're going to compare attractiveness between the two of you. And like they've just done studies on this. Like don't have other people in your pictures. Use adjective words. So don't say like, I really like to eat, like say foodie, say like, you know what I mean? Like use adjectives. Don't say like, I love exercising. Say half marathon runner, Zumba addict. Like make it punchy because it's like when people are like, I like to do this, I like to do that. We don't want to read that. Like adjectives. Figure out, like write out like what are all the things about you and then figure out what's the adjective to say this because it's going to be quick. Like we want to be quick these days. We don't want to be like boring and like I love to go for a walk on the beach. Like no, that's boring.
I'm going to read
beach lover. You know what I mean? Like beach lover is better than that. I love to read books at night. You know what I mean? Like fiction you know what I mean? Like addicts.
All right, I'm re-downloading Tinder, which I probably will delete it after I stopped doing it. But I want you to go through my dating profile pictures and give me any tips.
Yes, and I want to. Okay, so I'm going to start very soon with this new dating app called Curtain that I have to tell you all about soon. It's a mix of TikTok and like Tinder, so it's like video.
Ooh.
So so I'm obsessed with this. I'm so excited. I can't wait to start working with them because it's like videos that you swipe. So like everybody does a 15-second video. So what I love about that is that you have to show the right energy. But if somebody has a dull energy, you're going to be able to see it quickly, So it's like the wave of the future. But I met my husband on Tinder, so, I know Tinder works.
Doesn't everyone say that Tinder's a hookup app?
No, because it's what everybody thinks. But it's not just a hookup app.
What happened to my sign in with phone number? What happened to my Tinder account? Looks like did my whole Tinder account get deleted?
Uh-oh.
That's awful. Then maybe we can't do this. Oh boy, wait, let me try. Hopefully.
Let's see.
Let's see if it's connected to my phone number. Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, I think that, this is why I think that, I think video dating is the way of the future because I think that this is what we're used to right now. And people don't want to read a long profile. But if you have a 15-second video and you're like, hi, I'm Lauren Francesca. I'm this, that, and you know what I mean? Then people can feel your energy. I think you'll do way better with something like that.
All right. Let's go through the preview.
Okay. Let's see.
Don't talk about my age. I don't like to tell people my age because of the acting stuff.
Okay, I don't like it. Okay, see, this I don't like.
You don't like it?
I don't like games.
Oh, you don't like that?
No, the first line saying I don't like games is going to signal this girl has been hurt in the past,
Oh.
Love, smart, funny man. I like looking for someone special.
I think I copied yours a little bit.
Me. Yeah.
But I put the I don't like games on there because of the last situation.
No. Don't, we can't do this in our dating profile. We can't be like, all these people have been crappy, so I'm just going to put I don't want that to try and,
manifest
not get that.
it?
No.
Yeah.
So what's, the opposite? You know what I mean? Whatever the opposite is.
Serious, boring person who wears glasses.
I love this first picture. I think it's really nice.
Uh-huh.
I like you eating the pizza. You know what I mean? This is nice, too. So this is your Instagram one.
Yeah.
I like this one too. I would say I would be very curious. Okay, I don't know if we can.
Yeah. See.
They can't see it. So I'm gonna describe this picture to you guys. So this is just a picture of Lauren, and she's just up against a wall, and she has a wreath. I'm so curious as to this. To me, I really like it, but it feels more like party.
Yeah.
I would do a test. So you could always do a test with your dating profile and see, if I have one picture as the first picture, what do I get? I would bet that this kind of picture might get a different vibe than this energy. But I would test. Oh, I like this one.
Uh-huh.
That one is really nice.
The last guy I dated was you should
take this one out.
Yeah.
This is too
sexy?
Sexy.
Uh-huh. That's too sexy. All these are too sexy.
This one, I don't like. It's not really showing you. So I like this. This is sexy, but it's not so sexy. I wouldn't do unless your hair changes all the time. I wouldn't do the blonde if you're not blonde anymore.
Gotcha.
I would take out this one. This one is too sexy. This one is sexy, but it's like, I don't know, I like it, you know? But yeah, I think if you're looking for like husbandy material, do this one as your first picture.
Gotcha.
This one will get you hookup guy.
Hookup guy?
Yeah.
What, the first one? Or?
I think so.
Can you close the door? Sorry.
But I think you look really great in this one too. I wish we could show everybody. I wish we could put it on the screen so everybody could see your pictures.
They can see it. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Yeah, they could maybe see it.
Kind of see it. Yeah.
I mean, I would keep that in there, but I think put the one that I said as your first one. See what kind of attention you get.
Gotcha. Oh, wait. So is that 7? Okay, cool. And 8? I don't know. Okay, so do you connect Instagram, or do you recommend?
I don't know. Is this new on Tinder?
Yeah,
you can connect
your Instagram. Yeah, but now it's like, I guess because I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi, but you can connect the Instagram. Once you connect the Instagram, you can put your favorite song there.
Wow, does everybody connect their Instagram these days, or no?
Yeah, I mean, like we can look through.
Oh my God! Okay, this is when I was on Tinder. It was like, I don't know, 7 years ago or whatever. Like, I don't, wow.
It's changed. It's more advanced now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So like, that would have been interesting for me because like I, as a love coach, so.
There's Tinder Passport where you can match with people around the world.
Oh my God. Okay, Tinder.
So like, yeah, I don't know.
He looks old. Okay.
Oh, you super liked him by mistake. I hate when that happens.
Okay, I see. Do you see this doesn't? Okay, no. Okay, I don't like. Okay, so don't have masks. No. Okay, this guy's cute.
Well, I don't want to swipe anyone right now, but we'll just show you their profile. Oh wait,
But that could be your husband that I just swiped up.
No.
Secret admirer.
Secret admirer. So that's somebody that you've swiped and that like they like I guess liked you.
And you didn't like them.
Oh.
He looks nice. He's 44. Okay, let's see. So let's see if you're. Let's see. He doesn't have his. I would try not having the Instagram at first, and then I would see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I feel like if they know too much, and then another thing, like, some of them will see my social media after, and then be like, "Would you tell people that you have a lot of followers? Like, if you were doing it now, like, because it freaks people out, I think."
Yeah, I mean that's why I would rather have them get to know me first. I wouldn't hide anything. Like if they found it, I would just let them know. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't like be hiding it. But I wouldn't lead with that because some people have different opinions on it. But like what you're looking for is somebody who's confident. Like you're looking for that person.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm looking for that person, but also I don't want people to like. I feel like in the past people have dated me to get more followers. Like, how do you like?
Yeah, that's dumb.
How do you know? Like.
You could feel it. Did you feel it or no?
Not until the end.
Well, did they get a lot of followers?
Yeah.
Well, that's bad karma for them.
Well, yeah. So,
I mean, this is like, it's kind of like, when people go on The Bachelor and they're like, oh, the ones that are really there for it, they didn't have Instagrams to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell if somebody's like trying to get your, and don't post them. Some people, like, I have clients like this. I mean, I have celebrity clients and it's like, just don't post them. Just say like, I'm not, I'm not comfortable posting people on my social media until it's a certain time. I hope you understand. And if somebody's like mad and they're like, oh, you need to post me, that's how you know.
That's interesting. And then sometimes guys see it and they're like, oh my God, you're in a bikini all the time. So how do I deal with that?
You need to find somebody that's okay with that. Mm-hmm. I interviewed this musician, and she's an actress, Lexi Pantera, on my podcast, and she has an OnlyFans. You know what I mean? And she's like, but her boyfriend is okay with it. Like, you got to find somebody who's okay with it. Not everybody's going to be okay with that. Insecure guys are not going to be okay with that.
And what do you think of like dating different religions?
I think you could date different religions as long as your religion doesn't like it. Some people like it's like forbidden, you know what I mean? But if you're open, I mean, I think I kind of find like a lot of beauty in those families where they're like, okay, we're doing this tradition for this holiday and this tradition for that holiday, and they bring them all together.
That's cool. That's really cool. Well, we got to wrap this up soon. But guys, before we wrap this up, I just want to remind you, please check out the carousel, shop the carousel. And now you have a bunch of courses.
I do have a bunch of courses.
Let's talk about all those courses.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many courses. I have Men Attraction Boot Camp. That's like if you want to get more dates with better men, if you want guys coming up to you. Women literally tell me all the time, oh my God, Nicole, this works. I have guys coming up to me all the time asking me out. We have so many marriages
I need to do that
course.
one. Yeah.
Yes, I will send you that one. Men Attraction Boot Camp. That's that's all like about how to get open in your energy. I have a course called Just Effing Own It, which is all about worthiness and confidence. I have a course called True Love Academy. That's like the big flagship course. I feel like you're ready for love. It's like, it's very intense.
How do you know if you're ready for love?
Like I said, well, okay, I think everybody can be in a process of getting ready for love, but you're ready for love when you're like, I'm done with the old patterns. I want something good. Hi Eden. So I have True Love Academy, and then I have a manifesting course, Magnetic Manifesting, which is like advanced manifesting, and I have oracle cards. They're called the Love Answers Oracle Card Deck.
I love them. Did you
I
bring
know.
any?
I wish I was thinking about that when I was like, why did I forget my cards?
Well, next time you have to do a card for me.
Yes.
She does these amazing live streams on her Instagram where she picks cards for you, and like honestly, like the one time you did it,
they're so freakishly accurate. Okay,
I don't know how you did it.
I don't even know. I created this card deck. It's called the Love Answers Oracle Card Deck, and literally, it's so freakishly accurate. Sometimes it scares me, and women tell me that all the time. This is the most accurate deck. So like, you'll say, what do I need to know about my love life? And I'll pull a card, and it's like exactly what you need to know in that moment about what's happening in your love life.
Well, that's next time we do a show. I really want you to pull a card. Where can everyone find you?
They can find me on Instagram at @NicoleMooreLove, and they can find me on my website, loveworksmethod.com.
Yes, guys, definitely purchase her courses. They are amazing. I've done a few of them, and I feel like really helped, and I want to do more.
Yes.